So the problem we are trying to solve is we are trying to make a fan using bulbs as resistors and to have a high and low power setting.
So the requirements are that we have to compare the bulbs in series versus parallel. We have to have a switch, and we have to have everything working at the same time.
So we have to, the parallel circuit has 2 light bulbs on separate wires, which makes it so that when one goes out, the other doesn't. The series circuit has the 2 light bulbs on the same wire. The bulbs aren't as bright with this design, but the battery lasts longer. Also, when one goes out, the other one does too.
So we decided to do a mix. There's like somewhat of a mix of the two, but it's mainly like a series circuit. So we had the current run through both the light and the motor, but we also provided a way to change where the wire was connected so it wouldn't go through the light and it would only go through the motor, and that also created a high and low power setting. Low power. So we didn't do a flashlight, and we didn't really wire it in parallel ever, but if we did, we would have a battery connected to a wire, which split into 2. Then the 2 wires would have a light bulb attached to each, and the wires would rejoin and go back to the battery. So the current would be about 0.6 amps, the resistance would be about 5 ohms, and the voltage to each bulb would be like 3 volts.
In a series circuit, we would have a battery connected to a wire, which would go through both bulbs and then back to the battery. The current would be about 0.15 amps. The resistance would be about 20 ohms, and the voltage to each bulb would be about 1.5 volts.
Okay, so the series circuit allowed us to change the power of the fan. By having it run through an extra resistor, it changed how fast the blades spun because there was less voltage going through the motor. A parallel circuit wouldn't have really helped for a fan because we don't need 2 motors for it, and adding a light bulb on a separate wire would simply make the battery die faster, and it would have no benefits.